Hi to you all, I'm back, Miss Laura. And again, we're going to do another science lesson, and it's for P3 classes, and it's our fourth lesson for this term. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to compare the animals' movement. If you remembered correctly, last time we did talk about how animals move. You're going to silently read the poem, which I will place on the screen. The lion walks on padded paws. The squirrel leaps from limb to limb, while flies can crawl straight up a wall, and seals can dive and swim. The worm, he wiggles all around. The monkey swings by his tail, and birds may hop upon the ground, or spread their wings and sail. But boys and girls have much more fun. They leap and dance and walk and run. Okay, let's discuss the poem. What have you understood about the poem? What is it talking about? What are the animals' movement mentioned in the poem? How do boys and girls move? Very good. This shows that you've understood the poem. Okay, so who can tell me and share what we did in our last lesson? In the last lesson, we look at the different ways animals move. Some animals litter, crawl, swim, fly, hop, walk, and gallop. We saw that some animals have more than one movement, such as the duck, which can fly, swim, and walk. Let's recap what we saw in the last lesson about animals. We saw that some animals run, like the dog, the horse, or the cheetah. We can also say that the horse gallops. Hop, the kangaroo, the frog, the grasshopper. We also saw that some animals swim, like the fish, the shark. There are animals that fly. Birds are different examples of animals that fly. But an ostrich, does it fly? No, it doesn't fly, but it can run very fast. Okay, let's look at the animals and discuss the ways they move. What is it showing? Yes, it's a hen. How does the hen move? It walks, yes. It can also fly. Yes, you're right. This one, a penguin. How does it move? It slides on the ice or the snow. It can also what? It can also swim. Did you know that a penguin is also a bird? But it is a bird that cannot fly, but it is a bird that swims. A horse. A horse walks and gallops. It runs. An elephant. It walks. It also runs. The ladybug, yes, it flies. It also walks very slowly on the branches or the leaves. The animals we have seen move in more than one way. Do you know any other animals that have more than one movement? List them and then we'll discuss. Remember my question. Any other animals that have more than one movement? Below are some animals. Can you see them? Yes, the first one is a seahorse, a bee, an octopus, a camel, a toad, a duck, kangaroo, a monkey, a fox, a lizard, and a slug. What we are going to do, we are going to use the pictures to compare the animals' movement, to compare the way they move. When we are comparing, we either find the differences or the similarities. A first example, the seahorse and the bee. The seahorse swims and the bee flies. What have I been doing? I've been comparing, yes. I've been finding the similarities or the differences. Yes, I've been finding the differences. I've stated how the seahorse moves and I've stated how the bee moves. Let's look at another example. The lizard and the kangaroo. The lizard crawls and the kangaroo hops. Are their movements similar? No. We are comparing the difference in their movement. A third one, the fox runs and the monkey jumps. So far, we've seen 3 examples where we find the differences in the movement of the animals. You can find others later on. Now let's look at the 2 other examples. The seahorse and the octopus. Both the seahorse and the octopus can swim. What have I been comparing this time? What have I been looking at? I've been looking at the similarities in their movement. Do you see the word I've used? The word both, we usually use it to compare the similarities. Both the seahorse and the octopus can swim. Do not forget that when we're comparing, for the similarities, we use the term both if there are only 2 items. Our next example, it's a toad and the monkey. Both the toad and the monkey can jump. Now, choose animals of your choice to compare similarities or differences in their movements. Follow the format I have given you to write your comparison. Right, go on. Do it. At least choose 2 for similarities and 2 for differences. Altogether, you will have 4 sentences. Okay, to sum up for today's lesson, we have once more seen animals' movement. But our focus was on comparing the animals' movement. We have discovered that some animals have more than one movement. We have compared the animals' movements as per their similarities and differences. Do you agree? Yes, this is what we've been doing today. This was the focus of our lesson, comparing for the similarities and differences of the animals' movement. Dear parents and pupils, we have come to the end of our lesson for today. I am sure that you have learned new things and acquired new skills that you will be able to use in other subjects. So be safe and be good until our next sessions. Take care and goodbye.